Hello.
Hmm. Hmm.
This is the
Hi.
Hardcore Hotline.
Yeah. Hi. Sorry. Just one second. I'm just finishing up an email real quick.
Okay.
Okay. That looks good. I'm actually drawing a picture of a cat and just really into it right now. Your name is
I'm Josh.
Josh. Josh, that is a common name. So you'll just have to give me a second as I go down my list. I see that you're in a band. But I was drawing my cat and I drew over it. Which band is it again?
Our band was called Hopesfall.
Was. It was called
Is.
Hope.
It
Is.
still is. Yeah. Is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the right
Yeah.
verb.
It's still relevant. Totally. For sure. For sure. Okay, so is it Hope's Fall? Because that's the general reaction from people when they see that they have to watch you before the headliner that they came to see. Their hopes
Yeah.
just flying away.
18-year-old us was definitely prescient in that respect. Yeah. We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, how tight were your jeans? Just wondering.
Extremely. Well,
Hmm.
after the Jinko phase.
The Jinko phase, it
Mhm.
was all encompassing for that moment. Did you also have the Dragon Ball Z silk shirts?
Never had one of those. Never had one
Okay,
of those.
so you did shower. That's good to know. That's good to know. Hygiene. Check, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, besides having very skinny jeans and probably very swoopy hair, I don't know if your hairline's receding at all. But so go ahead and just tell me about yourself and your involvement in the hardcore community. It seems like it's been a very long time.
It has been a long time. I used to hang out in a parking lot where people were riding skateboards and listening to punk rock and hardcore music. And this was when I was a teenager in the 90s.
The
And
90s.
yeah,
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 before even MySpace. Yeah.
before even MySpace. And
Yeah.
yeah, basically it consisted of us just listening to bands and being like, wow, it would be really rad if one day we too were in a band. And
Yeah, yeah.
that's what
And
my
then you
early
just
involvement was like.
yeah, yeah, and then you just decided to make a band. It seemed easy enough, I'm sure, at that time especially.
Seemed
Um
like a great idea.
it did, didn't it? Now, when you said that you were listening to music in that parking lot, was that on cassette tape or were you evolved into CDs or even did you bring like a record player out there and spin your favorite vinyls?
We never had the record player, but there was definitely a mix of cassettes and CDs being tossed around and traded.
Just I'm just trying to make sure that I make a case for my managers that you are very old. Thank you so much. Okay. I remember reading that you came up with your last album, if I'm remembering this correctly. I don't actually pay attention or keep a lot of the information in my brain when I read those things. But that you came up with that album while you were in a bowling league. Yeah. So are you still in one?
I am not currently in a bowling league, no, but those were really fun days playing in that bowling league, and we came in fifth that year, which was pretty good, even though we were bummed we didn't make the semifinals. That was
Mm.
our goal, was to make the semis.
And how many other teams were there?
There was like 33 teams.
Okay, I thought
It
there
was
would maybe
packed.
only six. I was
Six
gonna say
teams.
this.
Yes. No,
Yeah,
no. We
yeah.
actually did well.
Nice. Lots of strikes and other bowling terms that nerds
Strikes.
know. Yeah.
Yep. Strikes and
Yeah.
gutters, ups and downs.
Yeah. So if you're not in that bowling league, I guess our listeners are gonna have an excuse to still continue to act like Satellite Years was your last album. Um
They should still do that. That's fine.
they will. They
They
definitely
will.
will.
They will.
Um anchoring yourself to an old album from a hardcore band from the early 2000s and late 90s is a cornerstone of the hardcore community, as we know. Many
Indeed.
corners. What have you been listening to lately?
Oh, what have I been listening to lately? I my new favorite band is called Drug Church.
Drug Church. I've actually
Yes,
heard of them and I actually quite like them.
I love that band. Like I'm like obsessed with them, borderline obsessed with that band.
So that is a great recommendation for our listeners. But because they are new, I don't think they're going to take you up on that. I'm sorry to say. Yeah, for sure. I know that you are quite old. So what is your favorite middle-aged hardcore guy hobby?
Favorite middle-aged guy in hardcore hobby is now going to yoga.
Ooh, namaste. Am I right?
Namaste. You are right.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, get some downward dogs in there. I enjoy yoga quite a bit. Child's pose is my favorite. I can stay in that thing for hours.
me
Uh,
too.
you know, I think that it should be a hobby that more of our community should really embrace, especially because they seem to complain so often about going to shows and doing things such as standing and crossing their arms and being out past 10 p.m. I think that maybe yoga could help them with some of the cricks in their necks and maybe it could replace going to a doctor because I don't think
I
they have health insurance.
they definitely don't have health insurance, and I think that yoga would be affordable healthcare for those people for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure, for
because that's what
sure.
I think about now that I'm old. Affordable
Yeah,
healthcare, things like that.
absolutely. Taxes and XL
Yeah.
size t-shirts, looking longingly at your medium size t-shirts and wondering if you can sell them on eBay for anywhere
Ah,
upwards of $200.
yeah.
Even though those sweat stains are very apparent. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. We've
that
gotten
hits
a lot
close
of
to home.
those calls. Yeah, it does. I bet. Yeah. Yeah. Our entire caller audience just felt very hurt at that moment. So, what is your plan for Hopesfall going forward?
We've got a couple of shows lined up. We're gonna play in Columbia in April with Stretch Armstrong and Advent and Rat Poison, and then we are
Mm,
going to play First in Flight Fest in Greensboro in October. And so those are our
okay.
current plans. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No Furnace Fest. Yeah,
No
yeah.
Furnace Fest this year.
Yeah, I guess that was last year when
Yep.
I guess you're a little bit more relevant. I know that a lot of our callers were really excited to see your name on the lineup, which was surprising to say the least. But because it had been so long, can you tell me about a memory or a fun thing from Furnace Fest last year, and you can reminisce about a time when people were more excited to see you?
Yes, it. I think it reminded me of the first couple of Furnace Fests, and but my favorite memory of this past year was seeing Every Time I Die play, not realizing that would be the last time I saw Every Time I Die play. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
yeah,
last time they died, is that right?
it was.
That was every time I die fans were not happy with that joke, but I'm gonna keep it in. I'm gonna keep it in.
Okay, okay.
Okay. That was special though. Yeah, yeah. Um, and the first in flight fest. Yeah, the fifth fifth fest. Yeah,
The Fest,
I'm starting that now. FIFest. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Fest.
That one is new. Am I making that up? I tend to
No,
do
you're
that
not. It's
sometimes.
the first in Flight Fest, so it's the first Fest.
Is the first FIFest, the FIFest. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So
Three F's. That's alliteration, right? Fest.
so it seems like you're just playing, fast or one-off shows. Are you just going to start evolving to play fairgrounds? I know that the North Carolina State Fair is quite popular.
We would definitely go play the fair, and yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun to ride the rides and play a show all on the same day. I'd be into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet. I bet. It would be a hard sell though, because it would be either you or the agricultural exhibit where people can learn about where North Carolina dairy comes from. And I don't know. It's a hard sell. It's a hard sell, I'll be honest. Okay, so is there anything else that you would like me to add to your application?
So we're gonna play those two shows, and hopefully we'll have. I'm hoping that we're gonna have a couple more shows regionally in the latter half of this year, and yeah, that's basically what we're gonna be up to. It's a kind of a part-time gig now, we're hobby rockers now instead of full-time
Wow,
rockers.
yeah,
Yeah.
wow, that sounded so boring. But,
Yeah,
that's fine. I guess you gotta pay the bills somehow. Hopefully
that's
you
right.
are. Inflation is coming to get us all, from what I understand. Okay, so thank you so much for coming by the Hardcore Hotline. I will definitely put your application in, and you will probably not hear from us soon. Bye bye.
Josh, are you there? I need your help. I need your help desperately. I'm trying to find a copy of the Satellite Years on blue and white. It came out on One Day Savior Records in 2004, and I need your help desperately to find it. Please, Josh, I need you to help me. Where's Josh?
Yeah, he's gone. That was last week. I must have gotten mixed up and told you the wrong date on purpose.
No, you need to get him back. I need him right now. I need his help.
Okay. What if I help you with your little record thingy? For sure.
You can't help me. I need him. Please, get him back. What's his number? I'll call him. I'll do whatever I have to do. Please.
Whoops. Last connection. That guy is so annoying.